Transcendentalism is a philosophy that helps improve lifestyles through reasoning and assists in understanding the nature of reality, which originated in New England in 1836 and continues to influence people's lifestyles today. Key transcendentalists such as Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau were instrumental to the creation of the Transcendentalist philosophy through their beliefs of human spirit and nature, which were templates to the beliefs later displayed in Transcendentalism. The modern transcendental music movement focuses on optimism, individualism, and acceptance of diversity.
Transcendentalism consists of two main tenets, nonconformity and individualism. Both of these tenets relate directly back to Lady Gaga's mentality she preaches in her songs. The first belief states firmly that society corrupts us. We should all explore our own paths and figure out what is right and wrong based on our internal moral code rather than social conventions. The second belief states outright that you need to be yourself. You must be self-reliant and defy the social norms set by our culture. The theme of these tenets can be seen directly in Lady Gaga's lyrics. Born This Way is a great example. Even the title hints at the message the song is trying to get across. Always be yourself. The lyrics include lines such as, I'm beautiful in my own way, because God makes no mistakes. There's nothing wrong with loving who you are, she said, because He made you perfect, babe. And don't hide yourself in regret, just love yourself and you're set. Lady Gaga also said this about her own song. Born This Way is about being yourself and loving who you are and being proud.
The Black Eyed Peas, in a similar way to Thoreau and Emerson, express their concern towards modern society. They believe that the violence that the world is currently faced with is detrimental to the development of individuality. In the first verse, overseas, yeah, we trying to stop terrorism, but we still got terrorists here living, due to affiliations with groups like, in the USA, the big CIA, the Bloods and the Crips, and the KKK. They also mention the power of money and media. Negative images is the main criteria, infecting the young minds faster than bacteria. And most of us only care about the money making. Selfishness got us following our wrong direction. Everything that is being exposed in the modern world has been mostly a bad influence, but has impacted this pressure for us to abide by. And unfortunately, these negative ideas, selfishness, and violence have become the norm. These ideas have a direct correlation with the ideas of nonconformity and individualism that Transcendentalists promoted. The Black Eyed Peas promote nonconformity and individualism, as well as a simple, optimistic lifestyle when they discuss the terrorism going on in the world. They essentially say that in order to fix what's wrong with the world, we need to foster individuality and we need to not conform to society's ideals.
Gavin DeGro's I Don't Want to Be represents a modern-day transcendentalist resisting the pressure put on each one of us to conform and embracing his true internal spirituality and identity. The song encourages the listeners to be who they are rather than following into their peers, popular culture, mainstream advertising, and society as a whole. Embrace your background and your own sense of identity. I don't need to be anything other than a prison guard son. I don't need to be anything other than a specialist son. I don't have to be anyone but the birth of two souls in one. Gavin echoes the theme of self-reliance by deriving his own sense of peace through internal reflection. All I have to do is think of me and I have peace of mind.
Transcendentalists felt as if people could exceed and go above and beyond all things imaginable if they became more self-reliant. They wanted the person themselves to figure things out for their own, instead of going up with what society or the church or government said. The song Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson is a good modern example of the way Transcendentalists felt. In her song, Kelly talks about breaking away from the old and starting anew. Transcendentalists felt that the more you discovered things in yourself, then the more you could discover that what you truly believed in. In other words, your brain is like a machine. It will only maintain and hold what you take in. If you constantly just train your brain to listen to other people and let other people do work for you, you will never learn things for yourself. Or even better, not know how to work and do things on your own. Break away from all the gibberish the church, government, and society has taught you, and start believing in what you feel is right, and start looking at new things from your own perspective, and find things out on your own.
Another wonderful example of Transcendentalism is Natasha Bedingfield's Unwritten. The first view this song supports is that you are in charge of your own life and destiny. The lines, no one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. Represent that perfectly. Another view of this song embraces one of nonconformity and being willing to do what others may not, in the lines of, I break tradition, sometimes my tries are outside the lines, would be conditioned not to make mistakes, but I can't live that way. Natasha Bedingfield said about her songs, "A lot of my songs are about taking whatever life throws you and making the most of it."
Taylor Swift, one of the most popular singers and songwriters, demonstrates transcendentalism through her songs. In many of her songs, aspects of transcendentalism appear. Self-reliance, a form of transcendentalism, is seen through a place in this world. She describes being on her own and having to trust herself. This is especially evident in the following line from the song, "I'm alone on my own, and that's all I know. I'll be strong, I'll be wrong, oh but life goes on." In the work Nature by Ralph Waldo Emerson, he states, "Trust thyself." Taylor Swift is doing exactly that, which she tells us through her song. Taylor Swift demonstrates this in her quotes, "I think fearless is having fears, but jumping anyway. And I have this really high priority on happiness and finding something to be happy."
The work that Emerson and Thoreau did in the 19th century has had an impact on the 21st century. Many current artists focus on nature in order to learn and use their own artistic methods in order to express their transcendentalist ideas and influence society. One of these 21st century transcendental artists is Natasha Bedingfield. Her song "Pocketful of Sunshine" focuses on one slipping into solitude to keep free from the pain.
It's easy in the world to live after the world's opinion. It is easy in solitude to live after our own. But the great man is he who in the midst of the crowd keeps with perfect sweetness the independence of solitude. Ralph Waldo Emerson.